Good morning, I'm Leslie Stewart. You're watching TERRA at Home. We're at the TERRA set in the kitchen today, and we're here with Tina Tivey, and we're talking about the Raw Cleanse. So this is kind of a really sort of up-and-coming thing that you've developed that has really taken off.
It's been great. So
yes.
The idea, Leslie, with this is that we are trying to incorporate all fresh produce, fruit, vegetables, some herbs and spices to help people cleanse. Instead of using the powders and pills and sort of the traditional methods.
Some of the scary stuff.
Right.
Because I mean, I've done cleanses myself, and we've talked about, you know, that some of it you don't even know what you're taking. As you say, with pills and stuff, you don't know what you're taking.
Well, and you don't know how your body's going to respond to those.
True.
Some people have really good results and some people don't. And so the idea was to take things that we are already eating or we should already be eating and sort of increase the quantities and be very specific about the blends that we use. So specific spices being used, mixing citrus with certain vegetables so that you can absorb minerals and that sort of thing.
That's the thing, is some are carriers, right? So some really do help, and some people don't know how to blend that themselves.
Right, and it's a little bit overwhelming if you were to try and, not only is it overwhelming, but it's messy and it's time consuming. Trust me, I do this every week.
Yes, you would know.
Yeah, it's a lot of work and a lot of time. So we decided to sort of do the work for the people who are interested in a natural alternative.
That's great. I mean, because the only people I think in Hollywood have the other people in the kitchen doing this stuff for them, right?
For sure.
So you guys have developed this so it makes it easy on the go. It actually comes in bottles for you. You can take them to work with you that day. And
So it's 6 bottles a day if you were to do this cleanse. We only do it up to 3 days. So there's a 1-day option and a 3-day option.
Okay.
And every day that you're cleansing, you would drink 6 of these juices, 2 of our greens juices, which tend to be the trickiest for people at first.
Well, just because as we were joking earlier before we started, it's green.
Right.
So
it
green means
green.
it just tastes green.
Right. But if you're somebody who is used to doing greens powders, which a lot of people are doing now, this is lovely. I mean, it's a lovely alternative to the powders that tend to taste very grassy. Yeah. This tastes very fresh. And
well, I generally do a wheatgrass shot pretty much every day or every other day. Yeah. And that's actually, you know, having tried your greens, the wheatgrass is more an intense flavor. It's very concentrated. Right. So by having that, it felt just more like it'd been watered down, which for me it was nothing.
Right.
So, yeah.
And so the idea with something like that is to mix in some lime to take away that grassiness, and then to, again, like we said, help absorb the minerals. And all of these little tricks are things that we have a holistic nutritionist that put our program together, and things that maybe not everybody would know to do, you know?
Right, makes sense. Now, how are you finding right now, are people afraid to go to the 3-day, or do most people do 1, or do most people do 3?
I would say the majority of people are starting out with the 3-day, which is great. Yeah. Our 1-day cleanse, you're not going to get the benefits that you would get from a 3-day, but it's a nice way to try the juices and to make sure that something like this can fit into your lifestyle. So when we put the program together, the idea was people should be able to maintain their regular schedule. So busy mom working on the go, there's nothing to mix or blend together. Like, you basically get your shipment, you put your juices in the fridge, you've got 6 juices a day for 3 days, and you drink them every 2.5 hours. It's mindless, but it is not something that everybody can do, because you do have to be committed to not eating solid food, and that's hard to do.
And one thing we were talking too is that you're also trying to get people off of some of their bad habits, like caffeine, for example, and you know, and that's hard in itself, is to say to somebody for 3 days, don't have a cup of coffee.
Right, it's really hard, and so the preparation for this, Leslie, it's really important. And so it's something that we stress in our instructions when we send out the information, the pre-cleanse sort of tips to prepare, is really making sure that you're eating clean as you can, and starting weaning down, you know, caffeine, alcohol, any of those artificial stimulants.
Okay, so like leading up to it, versus, I'm sure some people do, all of a sudden it's juice day and they just stop eating all of that.
Your
and
body
drinking that
is in shock. Your body definitely goes into shock. So
what are people trying to achieve from this? Well, ultimately, what do you want to feel better, right?
Yeah, and I would say for the majority of us, like most people try to eat healthy, but we all have our vices, and we're busy and we need convenience foods, right? And so the idea of this is to reset your eating habits. So maybe after vacation or the holidays, periods of indulgence where you're eating cookies and lots of alcohol and things that you,
that sounds good.
kind of getting into bad habits, you reset your eating habits. And it's also a good way to prepare for an event. So women find that it helps with bloating. We all have stored stuff in our systems that we hope to expel naturally, but it doesn't always happen if you're overloaded with toxins. So something like this can help you kind of just get rid of that bloat, and you know, leading up to a vacation or wedding,
whatever. It just kind of gives people, it's great for athletes as well, because you said you've used extreme athletes and triathletes and everything on this.
Definitely. For the testing, we wanted to make sure energy levels could be maintained. And that was the idea behind incorporating ginger and cayenne pepper and those natural stimulants, right?
Yeah. So okay, so now you have one of the juices in your blender here.
Yes.
And you're going to let me try this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is our citrus spice juice, Leslie. Okay. It's become my favorite.
Okay. Now you say you drink this every day.
I do, yeah.
And so what's happening is eventually you're hoping to get to the point where people can order specific juices for what their personal needs and what they like.
So this juice addresses inflammation. Pineapple's a great ingredient for skin. So for my age group, we're looking at anything that we can use to help with the fine lines and keep our skin in good health. So pineapple's great for that. And then you've got cayenne pepper for a nice little natural energy boost. So this, I would say, quite honestly, is the hardest one for people. So that's how
it's on a rating system.
But
it looks so innocent, though, Tina. Okay, I'm gonna try it.
You can taste the pepper, but
I think it's good.
Do you?
Yeah.
I love that. That's good.
Yeah, and I'm being honest about this.
Like, it's citrusy. You know, you taste the lemon.
It is, but yeah, you know what I think would probably get people, because there is that heat, there's that finish, and some people don't associate that with an orange drink, right?
I think people are expecting lemonade. It's definitely not lemonade, but it's purposefully not lemonade. It's spicy for a reason. And
spicy for a reason. It's good. You know, I drink sometimes hot water with lemon and a bit of cayenne in it, so that kind of helps sort of lead that.
Right.
I like it. All right. So that's good. So I mean, there's other ones. We have this green one. So in the greens, what example would be in there?
So we've got spinach, baby spinach, and celery, cucumber, parsley, which is really important for cleansing the liver. We've also got a little bit of lime to help absorb all of those minerals from the greens. And the most unique and probably the most important ingredient is dandelion greens. Something that is really probably most people don't eat on a regular basis, and it's so good. It's so high in calcium and a lot of the minerals that are hard for us to get, especially for vegetarians. Dandelion greens are a great way to get some of those minerals that if you're not eating meat. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, well, we're going to get people up. Your website is rawrawcleanse.com. So they can go on, find out more information, contact you, and you can set them up and get them rolling on the program.
For sure.
And we'll go from there, and we'll have you on again some other time once we break the juice up. And again, people can just hopefully eventually start to order the ones they want specifically on a regular basis.
Yes.
Thank you, Tina, so much for coming on. And again,
my pleasure.
Cheers to all of you. Yeah, a little spicy, but it's good. We'll be back with more Terra at Home in just a bit.
Live color fully at Terra, where color lives.
Wow, Frank, what do you got, gophers or something?
No, I have dandelions. Terrible dandelions messing up my Saturday.
Yeah, looks bad. You really should use Weed Be Gone.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Scott's EcoSense Weed Be Gone is made with the power of iron to get right inside the cell structure of weeds. They turn black, disappear, and your grass comes back green.
I sort of miss the holes.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Scott's EcoSense Weed Be Gone, now available in a concentrate for large problem areas.
Good morning, welcome to Terra at Home. I'm here with Andrew Nichols from Crocs, and I am so excited because ever since I started working here at Terra, I just cannot stay away from the Croc display because I cannot believe how many different varieties that you guys actually produce.
It has been a long, fun couple of years, and we keep on bringing more and more to market.
It's unbelievable. So now, when did Crocs actually start? When did it kick the market?
This is actually going to be celebrating our 10th anniversary, so we started in 2002.
Yeah, and I mean, we all remember when it first became the craze, right? We remember that standard pair of Crocs that everybody just fell in love with. People from all ages, didn't matter, male, female, kids. just had a pair because they're really quite a functional shoe. And this is more the style that we are familiar with, right?
That's right.
Out of the gun, and now you guys have just gone.
Yeah, we've definitely evolved. We take a lot of cues from our original heritage, but definitely when you take a look at what we have to offer today and what you see behind you at TERRA, it's significantly more than that one style that people know us for.
Absolutely. Well, even this, for example, tell me about how exciting this is.
Yeah, so this product here is our Crocs Chameleon. So this is really game-changing technology. This is where kids can wear it out in the sunshine and the shoe will actually change color. So in UV light, this will go back and forth between a dark hue and a light hue, and really a lot of fun. I mean, we're calling them the magic shoes, and kids just are mesmerized by when they see the shoes changing color, and they can't even begin to articulate to their parents, you know, what's going on? My shoes, they were green, now they're blue. What's going on? So cool.
You'd love to get them from not tell them, right?
Yeah.
See what happens. Well, I like that you actually have a display here where you have the UV light applied to it so you can see what they do. So it gives you a good example of what you're getting. So
for sure.
Kind of a nice idea. Now, again, you know, just to touch on Crocs and the type of product that they are, I think what really people love them, gardeners love them, which is obviously one of the reasons why they're here at TERRA. But, you know, they're great to wear in and out of water. They can get wet. They're just a great product.
Easy to keep clean. I mean, no matter what form they are at the end of the day, you can just do a quick rinse off and they're back to pristine. So it's very easy for kids and adults alike to make sure that they've got some great shoes for wearing out and about, whether it be in their garden or out to friends and family.
No, I think one thing you were seeing a lot of people, you'll see nurses, a lot of people in the medical world wearing them as well, because they are actually very comfortable. And so that's another side of things, is the actual basis of them, the platform. They're very, very comfortable. The material is very squishy. And
Cross-Lite is the basis of all of our shoes, and that really is the DNA, the comfort DNA that we bring into all of our shoes. One thing that you will know throughout the silhouettes that we carry is they're always going to be very comfortable. We're not going to lose sight of what made us very popular.
Right.
And definitely when you're on your feet for extended periods of time, such as those in the hospitality industry or healthcare industry, those people are always on their feet for a long period of time, and nothing is better for them than comfortable feet.
Yeah, I agree. So let's take a look at some of these pairs of, I mean, really, as you say, we've come a long way. Of course, we were talking about the fact that kids wear these shoes. So here's again the traditional Croc, but in baby size.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Kids are loving them. They're easy, right? And you can. I love that you can flip this up as well, and they can become just an easy slip-on too.
Yes,
so this is really cool. And of course, to add to the kids' size, the style is that you, over the years, have really, you know, just honed in on what they love.
Yes.
By branding them with everything. So let's look at these guys.
So the entertainment licensing has always been a really big part of the Crocs culture. And so what you're looking at are two of the different styles that we're bringing for spring. You know, obviously continuing to extend the Cars platform and the new Marvel Superhero Squad. So these are just great, really easy to wear, you know, shoes for the kids, and the boys just love those two silhouettes.
Sure. And of course, you can't get enough of Dora and boots.
Absolutely. I mean, Dora is a mainstay certainly in our household, and the kids absolutely, the little girls just love Dora. So, you know, the way that we can get those characters to jump off the shoe is more than just a pad print. That's a really
that's great. They're great. Moving on with more kids as well, I love rain boots.
Yeah, so obviously spring is a great time for rain boots, and one of the things that the Cross-Lite product also does is it really allows the color to jump. It's a very vibrant color. So what you've got there is the jaunt boot for kids, you know, whether it be in blue or yellow, and some of the colors that we have behind of us are just, you know, really spectacular for the kids as well as the adults when it comes to spring showers, getting out in the garden, going and doing some of those fun things.
And again, what's key about all of these shoes, they're lightweight. They weigh like nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So it's very easy on your foot. Obviously, also coming into spring, it's easy for traveling. You can put them in a suitcase. You can travel very easily. You don't have to worry about any weight limitations or anything like that.
Yeah. And so, of course, you know, we want to think about Mom on Mother's Day and some of the great options. There are so many styles right now. That there are Mary Janes from these. You have some that are lined, some that aren't lined. It really is something for everyone.
No, absolutely. We pride ourselves on really having lots of different wearing occasions that we can satisfy Mom. What you've got in your hand here is the Patricia. This is far and away one of our best-selling women's shoes. It's a really nice, easygoing, casual platform, just a shallow heel, something that mom can wear very easily, you know, to and from the grocery store, no matter where she's going. It's something that she can wear confidently and very comfortably as well.
And again, it's really nice because you have so many different colors, right, in these type of shoes. So I mean, people can just use, you know, these almost are reminiscent of the old jelly shoe.
They are.
As a kid.
They are, absolutely. That's the Adrena, and that is that's going to be a very comfortable silhouette. It is a play on a little of the retro jelly styling. And again, you know,
more comfortable.
Yeah, significantly more comfortable. And the cross light is there to just carry the day.
You know, and that's the thing. You know, you guys have really, you know, covered the gamut in terms of styles. Men's shoes as well. I mean, you have some great. I have actually was mentioning I bought for my little guy, being 3, a little pair that have red laces. They're blue, almost like a denim look. I bought the same pair for my girlfriend that were purple with shimmery gold on them, and they're just like they're just the cutest little tie-up lace shoes. And people are like, those are Crocs.
Yeah.
So it's probably surprise people all the time.
Absolutely. And I think that the other thing is people really fail to realize that we have grown beyond that sort of traditional silhouette. They come into places like TERRA, and this is a great example of the breadth of the assortment that we have to show. And they can come in and say, I had no idea. I really didn't appreciate that you could have a full leather upper. And yeah, that's something that I could wear with jeans.
Yes, totally.
And maybe it's not something that I'm limited to only wearing in the back garden. I mean, I think men are usually the long-standing people who say, you know, I don't think I would be wearing Crocs, but when you take a look at some of the silhouettes, they say, but I didn't know that those are Crocs.
But you didn't know. For example, I'm just going to grab these quickly. We've shown these before on, but I mean, that's a guy's shoe, and those are awesome.
Absolutely. The Santa Cruz, very popular, extremely comfortable, something that a guy can wear very easily with jeans. He can wear them with shorts. It's a great casual look and easy on, easy off comfort.
Very good. Well, Andrew, thank you so much for coming to the show with us. And again, Crocs available at TERRA, and the display is massive. We'll be back with more.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, thanks.
Come and explore the new TERRA, where color lives.
You've sat under them and built forts in them. You've swung from them and fell out of them. You've even fallen in love under them. Trees have always held a special place in our hearts and memories. A natural beauty, trees will grow with you and your family and bring color and nature into your world. For your assurance of quality, look for trees and shrubs with the Medallion plant tag. Medallion plants, locally grown, the pride of Niagara.
Welcome back to TERRA at Home. I'm back with Chef Rachel, and oh, well, you know what? Mother's Day's tomorrow, so any last-minute ideas? Well, we're doing quinoa 2 ways.
Yes,
I like it.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's great. Quinoa is great because it's something that you can just keep in your pantry.
Yes,
and really you can put anything in it.
So you go through your fridge. If you have a box of quinoa, you go through your fridge and you'll show us today. I mean, you can really, as you say, do anything.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. So it's a great go-to dish, you know, and you can have it as a side dish, but you could also eat it as a main too. So I'll show you 2 different ideas.
Okay.
Let's get this cooking though. So I have about 2 cups of chicken broth coming to a boil. Now you can use any kind of broth, or you can use water too.
Sure. Yep.
Infuse the broth, and it's going to give you a little bit more flavor.
Yeah, sure.
It's about 2 cups of broth to 1 cup of quinoa is how I do this. There will be probably directions on the package, so you can just follow the directions. Quinoa is a grain-like crop that's grown in South America, and it's grown primarily for its edible seeds. So that's what this is here. And it'll puff up like rice, you know, and get big. So
it's really gained popularity over the years, and it's a very, very healthy grain too, right? It's an old ancient grain, but it's very, very good for you.
It is, yeah. I believe it has lots of calcium and iron, amino acid, so great health benefits. It's also gluten-free, right?
Yep,
so
which is great.
popular way for those people to get the nutrients that they need. So basically we just put that in, we cover it, and we'll let it sit for about 12 minutes.
Okay.
You'll know it's ready when all the liquid has been absorbed, and you can kind of just fluff it up, let it cool. And I mean, you could probably serve these salads warm, cold, room temperature, however you like. So we'll let that cook. So the first way we're going to do is what I call Mediterranean, so to be kind of like a Greek style. We have some shallots, some chopped up olives, cucumber, feta cheese, tomatoes. I'll throw some oregano in there.
That'd be good.
So basically, once all this stuff is chopped up, you can just toss it in with the cold quinoa. We'll make a little bit of dressing for this. So I'm going to start off with some chopped garlic and red wine vinegar.
Okay.
So put the red wine vinegar in there.
That's the thing, you can really make different types of styles of dressings as well, right? I know some people will just squeeze lemon juice over top of it, a little bit of oil, and you're good to go, or whatever, you know, it's really lots of options. But I like the red wine vinegar, I haven't made it with that.
So red wine vinegar and just whisk in a little bit of oil. So really simple. We can put some salt and pepper in there as well. You can even add add your herbs into your dressing. So yeah, very simple. Just, the rules for making a dressing is you have something that's acidic, so either vinegar or lemon juice. We'll put a little bit of lemon juice in there too, actually. I squeezed a little bit out for this.
Sure.
And we'll keep a little bit for the other one. Something acidic with some oil, 3-to-1 ratio. So, if you're doing tablespoons, a tablespoon of vinegar to 3 tablespoons of oil is roughly the idea, but you can do it to your own taste.
That's the thing, just taste it, right? And it gives you, but a lot of people, it's funny how simple that is. A lot of people ask. My mom constantly asks, so how is it that you make that dressing again? Yeah. Well, Mom, more oil than vinegar.
yeah, and it's really simple. I find oil and vinegar to be the best kind of dressing to make. So simple, simple as that.
So it's basically that one.
Yeah, and the next one that we're doing is could be maybe more of a main dish because I put chicken in it.
Okay.
So I just left a piece of chicken here for you to see that I've had this marinating overnight. As long as you marinate it for about 30 minutes or so, but the longer you do it, the more flavor you're going to get. So this is just some olive oil, lemon juice. So I call this my lemon chicken quinoa. Lemon juice, a little bit of red pepper flakes, pinch of cayenne pepper. Again, anything that you want to marinate it with, as long as there's a little bit of acidity in there. And so basically what I do is I just put that on a baking tray and just baked it in the oven for about 10 minutes or so until it's done. And we'll just chop that up really fine and put that in. And then we're also going to add to this some chopped shallots again, slivered almonds, lemon zest to stick with the lemon chicken theme, and we'll mix in some chopped up arugula there
that always looks nice too, and that's the thing. Quinoa always looks very pretty in the dish. So once you will see as we move along here, once we add all of these, it just, and then there's usually something for someone, as you say, by adding anything you can. The arugula makes everything look so pretty, and so. And I like nuts. Again, you often see nuts added too. I know quinoa does have a bit of protein in it, but it is, again, it's a good way to add some more protein.
So those are our two kind of types of quinoa that we're doing. Again, anything works. The dressing for this is going to be similar, starting off with some mustard, which is how I usually start off most of my dressings. This is grainy mustard. And again, we'll use some lemon juice. And for this one, I'm going to put in a little bit of balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
I don't really measure anything, so.
So now you're saying you always cool your quinoa before you add any of the dressings, right? You let it cool down?
I would let it cool,
yeah.
Even if it's not cooled completely, I'd just give it a little bit of time to
and what's great about quinoa as well is that it cooks quickly. A lot of times you're waiting on rice for 40, 50 minutes, sometimes an hour, right? Yeah. So quinoa does cook quickly. That's also an added bonus, and it's just it's a great thing. I find it's really great to make. On a weekend, and then you have it for the week to come for lunches and stuff to take to work or whatever. It's a great thing to do.
Yeah, it holds very well.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, in the fridge. So that's definitely a plus. So we'll just chop this up, and I think probably, well, as big as you'd like it, but I would say into small cubes, and we can mix that in with it. So there you go, quinoa salad
Perfect. So we've got Mediterranean, we have a lemon chicken type style.
Yep.
And what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. We're going to again be pulling off the quinoa, and we'll come back and we'll mix these all up and show you how they turn out.
Yeah.
And we get to do the taste testing because we're lucky. We'll be back with more Terra at home.
Live color fully at Terra, where color lives.
Heritage Perennials presents Terra's Perennial Pick of the Week. Veronica First Love launches fluorescent pink flower spikes in early summer. Plant several together for a striking effect. Heritage Perennials. Look for us in the blue pots.
I don't get it, Dave. I use grass seed just like you, and mine's not growing as well as yours.
It's the difference between uncoated seed and Scott's Turf Builder coated grass seed.
Coated grass seed is different?
Yeah, you can see it's different just by pouring it into water.
How does it work?
It's like every seed is wrapped in a water-absorbing sponge.
I can almost picture it.
Introducing Scott's Turf Builder Coated Grass Seed. The exclusive coating absorbs up to 2 times more water. It's the quicker, easier way to start growing a healthy lawn. New Scott's Turf Builder Coated Grass Seed.
Welcome back to Terra at Home, and we have our quinoa cooked.
Yes.
So now we're going to make our wonderful meals out of them.
Yeah, we'll just put everything together. Now I divided this recipe up in 2, so we might not need all of these ingredients here, but basically we'll just put everything in. So we've got shallots or olives, tomatoes. Sure, yeah.
Well, I don't want to confuse people though.
Okay, this is the Mediterranean
focus on
one.
your side.
Okay.
I'm tempted because I want to eat this.
So a little bit of everything, some feta cheese. You can add in some salt and pepper if you want, and then we'll just put in the a little bit of the dressing, mix it all together.
And it really is so healthy that, again, with this one, you could add a protein on the side, you know, a piece of, you know, some whitefish or salmon or something, and that's a great meal. It's so good for you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So basically just mix it all together, and you have your Mediterranean quinoa salad.
Beautiful.
We'll top it off with some oregano.
Okay.
And then for the lemon chicken, go ahead.
How much onion you put in here?
Maybe
That's
half.
good?
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
Some lemon zest.
Okay. A little bit in?
Yeah.
Good.
That looks good.
Okay.
Some chicken, almonds.
Oh, almonds.
Yep.
Not going in any particular order. Some chicken. Okay.
Some of the arugula there. I've lightly chopped it up too, just so it's a little smaller. And then we can use the same spoon and do some of the dressing. Maybe a couple spoons of the dressing there.
Okay.
Again, we'll toss it together.
Perfect.
Show you what it looks like on the plate here.
So again, of course, you can find all of these recipes on our website, Terra Greenhouses. And actually, it's amazing how easy this is to make. But again, you can always see them and always find them with Rachel. And just do what you want to do with them. And they're really awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us here today. And I hope you have a happy Mother's Day to all of you moms out there.
Live color fully at Terra, where color lives.